a post and unifying address, Vice President Kashim Shettima extended an earnest invitation to the leadership of the National Assembly to join hands with the executive branch in a concerted effort to guide Nigeria away from the precipice of discord. Speaking eloquently at the commencement of a retreat convened for the leadership of the 10th National Assembly, situated in the serene local of Ikotekwene Akwa Ibom State, Senator Shettima emphasized that the executive arm harbored no intentions of engaging in a confrontational relationship with the legislature. The vice president highlighted the inextricable connection between the two arms of government, noting that members of the National Assembly included several individuals who had previously served in an executive roles. These observations underscored the importance of fostering collaboration as governance. He eloquently stated is an endeavor rooted in collective responsibility. With a fervent plea, he called upon the leaders of the National Assembly to collectively combat divisive stereotypes that have plagued the nation, spanning tribal, ethnic, and partisan lines. Senator Kashim Shettima stressed that given the monumental task of steering Nigeria, both the executive and legislative branches could ill afford to traverse the path of division. In his words resonated with purpose as he articulated. He said, "Let us fight the stereotypes of our differences. The burden of managing a diverse nation has ensured that we cannot afford to tread the path of division." He acknowledged the unique richness of the 10th National Assembly and acknowledged the shared background of several of its members, further emphasizing the alignments in principles and goals. Vice President Shettima recounted the commitment and steadfastness exhibited by the National Assembly throughout Nigeria's democratic journey. He recognized the pivotal role played by the legislature in translating the aspirations of the nation's diverse constituencies into legislative actions. He praised the National Assembly for fortifying the foundations of democracy and reaffirmed that governance transcends personal ambition, emphasizing that collective responsibility and cooperation are the bedrocks of progress. In closing, the Vice President have reaffirmed the executive commitment to collaboration, stating that their mutual aim is to work harmoniously towards shared prosperity. His message embodied the spirit of unity and collaboration, reflecting a shared commitment to the nation's betterment among its leaders, irrespective of their respective roles and backgrounds. Yes, in a nutshell, what this man is trying to say, they always try, when they talk of unity, unity is among the politicians, so that the politicians in their various or at their various levels will be able to fight any form of groups that really want to talk about a division of the country. You see the way and manner the country is, things are not making sense. There's suffering in the land. There was suffering in the land before, there was hardship in the land before, but as soon as they came on board, they increased the sufferness, and there's no end to this whole thing. No, they are not saying anything about it. People cannot even afford a square meal, and they are paying a lot of people. Of course, you can't, if irrespective of how much they're going to pay people to go on social media and be selling lies and propagandas, it's not going to work, because the reality is before everybody. So you can just imagine, these are the kind of unity or whatever they are looking for, that at your various levels. Just make sure that you have people on ground that will begin to counter or will be complaining about the hardship, or to the extent they'll say, oh, the best thing is just for us to divide this country. That is exactly what this person is talking about. You know that these guys are wicked from God knows when. Nigerians' problems have been there. Every day people profile solutions, yet nothing is being done. Everybody knows the right thing to do so that things will be okay, but they don't want to do it. The unity you see is among the politicians, and that is why it's like they are in a court, irrespective of what they are getting, they are receiving. They don't want it to. They don't want to make it public. It's getting to that level now. The kind of precedent that Tinubu is setting. Of course, he's doing it in another country, saying that his academic credentials should not be released. He's a public figure. Some but people are saying that oh, does it mean you are going to be telling him to come and bring about what is happening in his house? No, nobody's telling him to come and bring what is happening in his house, because it's not it does not require all of those things to contest. But the particular thing that concerns the masses are the ones they are telling him he has to be open concerning that, because they love to change the narratives with this their propaganda. Things are not working well. The same Shettima, who does not have manners, very uncultured human being, is telling people to collaborate. They will be saying all manner of nonsense. The youth are seeing you, but once they begin to copy the bad things, you turn around and begin to preach as if you are an elder statesman. Who does that? The only thing that gives them headache is when they hear division. Let us divide this country. Let us divide this country. Because in the suffering of the people, that is where these people, they thrive and get their own satisfaction. But it's just all about greed. All the other countries that are doing well, these politicians over there are not as rich as these people in this place, and their people are okay. You are not still better than them. You still amass wealth to yourselves, yet you are still not satisfied. You are still not satisfied. Now you are agitated because of a division and all of that, and you're calling people not to give in to that. He's not going to work. One day monkey will go market, you need to come back. If you think that you have already strategized yourselves, you have already made things available that will make people not to be able to do anything, that nothing. When people want to protest, that is when you now know that some people want to hijack it. But when you want to protest, you guide yourself, you use police and all of that to guide yourself. But you cannot do the same thing because people are always coming to expose you. But thank God, you don't even need people to gather, because on social media you cannot tell people not to do that. You know that they try to cut off a tweet at that time. It affected them, but people still had their way of getting information all through the social media power, or social media influence is more powerful than even people gathering. It goes viral. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.